Hi, my name's Brian. Today I'm going to tell you the stories of 4 people. These people went missing in Benewah County, Idaho. All of these people disappeared under mysterious circumstances. This is the accumulation of information, all that I can find on these cases. Only one missing person on this list was found alive. The dead can't talk, and it's up to us to tell their tale. Casey Holliday, age 11, went missing on October 14, 1990. At around 10 a.m. near Alder Creek in St. Mary's, Idaho. The boy was developmentally disabled child living with an aunt 8 miles south of St. Mary's and 20 miles south of Spokane, an identified cluster area for missing person cases. Casey was eventually found 48 hours later and just 1 mile from his aunt's home, babbling and seeming in a daze. This was the only found person on this list. Travis Alfred Randall was last seen in St. Mary's, Benewah County, Idaho on June 24, 1990. He was wearing black, green, and orange tennis shoes, spandex shorts, and no shirt. He took a 7mm rifle with 2 rounds of ammunition with him. He left all identification at home and was very depressed at the time, according to his family. This is a case with very little information on Travis himself. He just vanished in one of the neighborhoods in St. Mary's, Idaho. There was never a trace of Travis Randall ever found. Daniel Eunuch, age 21, went missing in Desmet, Idaho on February 2, 2011. Daniel had gone hitchhiking down US 95 on February 2nd, intending to visit a friend in Moscow. The highway traverses the reservation and bisects all its towns, Worley, Plummer, Desmet. Eunuch was arrested January 26 on a minor trespassing charge for walking on the long railroad trestle that crosses Lake Pend Oreille, south of Sandpoint. After his arrest, his family implored the state to evaluate Eunuch's mental health, according to records found by the Bonner County Daily Bee. Eunuch had recently exhibited erratic behavior, including started fires, the records say, but an evaluator with Idaho Department of Health and Welfare determined he did not meet the criteria for persistent mental illness. Eunuch was released from the Bonner County Jail over the objections of family on January 31st. He left Sandpoint February 2nd and has not been seen or heard from since his contact with tribal police that It was a strange and bad night. At 3 a.m. in the morning, February 3rd, fire crews responded to the fire and were unable to salvage the 3-story building. It burned to the ground and took with it more than 100 years of memories in the Desmet community. Upon further investigation, bones were found in the basement, thought to be Daniel's. His family, as well as investigators, came to this conclusion. So was Daniel killed before the fire or trapped after? Where did he go for a day? And how did he end up in a building not along his route to Moscow? There was no other clues to this case, and the DNA was not retrievable from the bones. Nobody knows what happened to Daniel Eunuch. Tina-Marie Finley was last seen on the Coeur d'Alene Indian Reservation in Benewah County, Idaho on March 7, 1988. On that night, Finley played pool at a Plummer bar, then went to a tented birthday party. Investigators think that that's where she met the people responsible for her disappearance. Finley left the party and went to Tented Circle H Saloon. A man from there later told police he gave her a ride to Plummer, dropping her off about a quarter of a mile from home. Hale said the man passed a polygraph test, suggesting he's telling the truth, but Finley never made it home. Shortly after Finley's disappearance, her purse, identification card, and shoes were found on the side of US Highway 95. Investigators searched an abandoned car and house at Desmet, finding several of Finley's belongings and a business letter addressed to one of the suspects. A search of a Plummer home that fall found Finley's jacket. In 1991, divers searched for Finley's body in a small pond on a back road. In 1992, a road worker found a grave-shaped pit at McCroskey State Park. Authorities think it was intended for Finley's body. but that the gravediggers were disturbed or decided it was too close to a road. They think Finley was abducted and killed somewhere near Tensed. They never found Tina-Marie Finley's body, and she has seemingly disappeared into thin air. Hey, it's Brian. Thanks for joining me. I hope you enjoyed the video, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. If you have any future videos you'd like me to do, or any stories, or you think I missed something, please just put it down below, and thank you for joining me.